All right, I'm Dylan DePriest, and I got a beer review I'm about to do. I'm starting up a new series where I'm going to do a review of beverages, and a lot of it's going to be beer, but there will be other beverages as well, soda, and really whatever tickles my fancy, and I'd like to share with you. So tonight I'm going to start with a beer that's from my neck of the woods. I'm from Oregon, of course the Pacific Northwest, and from Tillamook, Oregon, we have Pelican Brewing. So they have an experimental IPA, which I've never tried before, and this is the Dune Climber West Coast Hazy India Pale Ale. So I'll show you the can here. Rotate around. 6.4% alcohol content and 55 IBU. Of course, it's got a whole paragraph about how you're awesome for drinking this. But it said it's got a number of different flavors in it. So we're saying aromas of passion fruit and red grapefruit, notes of resiny pine and tangy darkness, potent hop flavors, and pleasant bitterness. So I'm really looking forward to this because it sounds like it was right up my alley. So of course there's a bunch of extra stuff on the can. Hopefully you could see it in the video, but if not, go out to your local beer store that has beer and purchase it. All right, so I'll tell you what I think about it, and of course I have the Pelican Brewing glass, so I'll be pouring it in the proper glass. So let's start by popping this can. All right, so not excessive on the carbonation, so it didn't blow off everywhere. So let's see what we got. And it definitely looks hazy, so right up that alley there. Let's see, not a lot of head. Of course, we expect that with IPAs and a lot of these Northwest beers. So I'll try to pour it a little faster at the end. I do like to get maybe a little more head off of these IPAs than a lot of people do, but that's me. Enjoy it the way you do. So you can tell by looking at it, it's not translucent at all. Of course, hazy, so we expect that. And that head is sticking around, right? So it's not dissipating super fast. Going for a smell. So the flavors that it was describing, I certainly noticed them. Of course, that's like a cheat code. It's kind of giving it away, so I'm not really guessing, but it does smell, I would say, more on the sweet side. So, I mean, looking back at this passion fruit and red grapefruit, I mean, that's it definitely smells like that. It's nothing hitting me by surprise. And a lot of the time, you end up really smelling the beer, but I don't really smell the beer. The aroma is truly, it really does smell like the fruity sound or smell. So, anyway, without further ado, I'm going to take a drink of this, but of course I got to pose for the camera. So again, let me flip this around, get my nice shot in here. I'll flip this around, get the logos and everything, pose for the camera. Dune Climber, Pelican Brewing. Let's see how it tastes. Cheers, everybody. That's an excellent beer. I really like this. This is right up my alley. I generally go for the more citrusy, lower alcohol. This is on the higher end of the alcohol that I would generally drink, although I don't drink any of them really. But no, this is right up my alley. I really enjoy this. I'm going to go for another sip. So we can see that the foam isn't super thick, so it's kind of staying behind, but it's not super thick. Some beers, of course, they leave behind very thick bubbles, and they stick to the wall. So we're definitely not seeing that. Um, the bitterness, when you get done with the sip, the bitterness does stick behind. It's not terribly bitter. I'd say for me, it's on the high end of the bitterness that I really enjoy. Although for fun, I do enjoy even more bitter beers. But for just something that I would drink more regularly, this is on the more bitter side. But it's really good. It's not unpleasant. But it kind of makes you want to go back and drink more, because when you do take the sip, you end up with those more fruity, more sweet notes. And of course, when you kind of breathe out, especially if you breathe out as you're drinking through your nose, or I suppose when you're done taking the sip, but when you kind of breathe out through your nose, you know, you get those aromatics in a more, I think, in a more concentrated way. And then, of course, what you're left with is kind of, it's almost like you bit into like a grapefruit, but not that level of intensity. So I'm going to go for another sip. Yeah, this is a good beer. So, yeah, that's it. So I'm going to keep taking a little sip here. So yeah, going back to that foam not being super thick. Um, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. You got to wash the glass anyway, but it's just a casual observation. Yeah, no, this is a solid beer. I think again, if we take a look at this, we got this is their experimental IPA series. So I think Pelican Brewing is doing definitely the right thing by whatever formula they've got going in with this. I think they're taking a step in the right direction, because this is really good. I'm actually very happy that I found this. Um, I actually found this at the grocery store. I was about ready to check out, and I seen it. I don't know, maybe 15 feet away from me, and I picked it up at the last second. So, um, no, very happy I did. Um, so I do recommend it. And again, Pelican Brewing, Tillamook, Oregon, um, local to my area. So, anyway, with that being said, just want to say thanks for watching. Of course, please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And here we are, Pelican Brewing, Dune Climber. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.